Libra, I'm going to have a look at your astrology, and I'm going to have a look and see at how this month is going to influence you and what you're going to be working with specifically. Now, Mercury is the first kind of planet that raises its little head and affects you, and it does that by going into the sign of Gemini on the 1st of May. And that happens in your 9th house of expansion. Okay, traditionally the 9th house is ruled by Jupiter, and it's all about getting bigger and blowing up. Now, Mercury is about information, exchanging information, and Gemini is the sign of communication. So it's like da 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 da, like that, okay? In your 9th house, and you're going to be here and there and everywhere and finding out to get bigger. And you're going to be blowing up in terms of your ideas, in terms of the places that you're going. You'll be visiting a lot more places than you would have in April. And you're going to be all over the place and like a sponge, absorbing new experiences and absorbing new information. You're an air sign, so you're susceptible to Mercury being in Gemini because you feel a kind of a kinship with the Gemini air sign. So it's like, my antenna is really going ding, 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 okay? So you're going to be beeping along nicely at the beginning of May. The full moon happens on the 4th of May, and that happens in Scorpio in your 2nd house. You're going to want to control your money. You're going to have ideas to manage your money better. You're going to have a real desire to get your claws into your money, to manage it effectively, to take charge of it, and to be really strong and powerful with it. I applaud that. I think that if you don't obsess about money and you're constructive, saying, you know, I've got £1,000 here, what am I going to do with it so that it actually serves me, and to be really productive about that and constructive and realistic, then that's wonderful. You could just fritter it away on whatever, but why do that? And the full moon this month in May is really going to be a blossoming and a kind of a bubbling up within you, and it's going to say, hey, what can I do with my money here, and how can I make my circumstances better, and how can I invest wisely, and how can I make the most of my pension allowance, and how can I reduce my rent, and all of those things. How can I take charge to be in a better position financially? That's what you're going to be experiencing around the 4th, and I would suggest you follow up those ideas that you get because they will be powerful and they will be useful to you. Venus goes into Cancer on the 8th. And Venus is the goddess of love, and she sits right on top of your kind of midheaven here, right in the noon position of your chart. And it means that you are going to be consciously loving and consciously concerned with yourself and with other people. But you're not coming from a place of fear here. You're not taking charge of anything because you're frightened of what might happen. You're expanding and you're learning and you're engaging with the process of life because of the joy of it. So spiritually, you are powerful on the 8th of May. You are spiritually alive and aware, and your antennas are up and receiving messages at the beginning of May here. And you do that with love, and you are aware of the love coming through the universe and supporting you. So that's really what I get for you, Libra, that you feel supported and that you're able to do things because you're not acting from fear, you're acting from love, and that creates more love in your life, and it really transforms your life in a positive way. And if I was going to tell someone to tune into a vibration, it's this vibration that you're tuned into. It's the vibration of love and taking action from a place of love. Mars goes into your 9th house on the 12th of May, and that goes into Gemini as well. So that antenna sort of thing of receiving information and expanding becomes a little bit more driven, and it becomes much more focused and strong and powerful, and you're going to start to have certain goals that you're going to want to pursue. So I want to learn about pottery. I want to go to Thailand. I want to read that book written in the 1950s. I am going to order it. So it's about getting clear on your desires and then really following up on those. And the new moon occurs on the 18th, and the new moon is when the moon is black. Okay, it's like think of it as a drain. It attracts things to it, and the energy you pour into it when the moon changes then gets pushed up and blossoms into something new. So it's really important to set intentions during the new moon period, and this one is particularly delicate. It happens between the 8th and 9th house for you. It's on the cusp, and for you this is about what can I learn that I can then use to influence other people with. and I can influence my finances with, and I can take control of the people in my life. So it's about kind of, it feels kind of Machiavellian, whereas you're seizing control and you're seizing power through your own wits and your own knowledge. And you're a diplomat anyway, and diplomats are nice and very tactful, but behind that is a little bit of sneakiness sometimes. You know, people don't always compromise with a loving, open heart. Sometimes they're a little bit sneaky about it. Now, remember what I said with Venus on top of in the noon position here. You are thinking with love. You do compromise generally. But what I see for you is that you can take control and you can make changes and not cause the harm that a Machiavelli would have caused. You can make changes and improve your own circumstances while maintaining a loving outlook and a loving frame of mind. And by doing that, not only can you improve your own circumstances, but you can improve the circumstances of other people who are affected by you. Mercury goes into retrograde, so that all slows down a little bit around the 20th, and it stays in retrograde until the 12th of June. If you're interested in what a Mercury retrograde is, then have a look at my video that I did on that. It's about communication altering and becoming a little bit more challenging, okay? The end of the month is all about integrating the knowledge that you've gained throughout the month and really cementing it within yourself and really saying, that's me now. I did a lot of work and I've gone to the next level because of it. Well done, you're really taking control, you're really powerful this month. And I mean, May is the month of the bull, of Taurus, and you're kind of an intellectual juggernaut this month, and you really charge forward in terms of what it is you want and what you're going to achieve. Well done. If you feel a little bit aimless amidst all of that, you don't know what to learn, you don't know what the best option for you would be, and you need some guidance, then please get in touch with me via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab and you can see the different readings that I do. And please remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel so that these videos are actually found. Have a wonderful, wonderful May. I've got a real inkling that this is going to be an awesome month for you. And I need to draw a card before I leave you to give you an overall theme here. So let's see what that is. It's the Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay, so it's a lot of ideas. You can't suck them all in at once. It takes a while for them to implement themselves, and that happens around the end of the month. So learn as much as you can. Look at your different options, and it will click into place at the end of the month. So don't despair if you're feeling a little bit unsettled at certain times this month. Speak to you soon.